Welcome to the ET420 how-to video for the Arduino Lab. For this lab, we're going to need the Arduino board with the power supply and the USB connected to your computer. Here's a schematic for our LEDs. We're going to tie them all back to our ground. We use 220 ohm resistors, and we're going to tie into 3, 5, and 9, and you notice that we're using the ones with tilde that we could control the pulse width modulation signal. Okay, here's a picture for my setup, and I went from the ground on our Arduino to our ground bus. I've tied all 3 LEDs in. Notice the flat goes to ground. We have a 220 ohm resistor going into our pins on our Arduino, and that's it. Okay, here's my push button setup. The push buttons should straddle the trough here, and they have pins on there, so make sure that we got these in. Both of these pins are connected on each of the switches. The first 2 I'm tying directly to ground. I'm bringing the ground bus back to ground, and then we're tying this in to the input pins. Looks like 2, 4, and 7. And this one we're going to use a 10K resistor tied to ground, and this one is going to go to our 5 volts. This one looks like he missed, but it's actually just the picture. They are in the same line here. Okay, let's run our first program, and we're going to go find the one. It's in the examples basic blink, and here's the result of that program. Let's get it started. And you see the built-in LED 13, which also connects to this pin, is flashing. Okay, let's modify the program that we just ran to run LED 3 at 1/4 seconds, 5 at half, and LED 9 at 3/4. Okay, I got the pin numbers correct. Let's go ahead and change the times. So the first one's going to be 250. 250 for 1/4 second, and next one's going to be 500. Next one's going to be 500, and this last one is going to be 750. And that looks good. Let's go ahead and try running it. And we're done. Okay, here's my result. Next part of the lab is we're going to do the button. So LED 13 should light when we press it. Okay, let's do the next lab. So we're going to go File, Examples, Basics. Let's go Digital, Button. Yeah, this one looks correct. So let's go ahead and run it. And let's see what happened. Okay, here's my result. You hit the button 2, and our little LED here is going to come on. Every time I press the button, LED 13 comes on. Okay, the next thing we need to do is change our program to LED to flash at ½ seconds when the push button is pressed, and flash at 1 second when unpressed. Okay, let's modify this program. So let's go ahead and put some space here, and we're going to put a delay here. Delay. Oops. Let's see, what do I need? Delay 0.5, so 500. And make sure we put our semicolon, and then we're going to display right. And let's tab over. And we're going to make him low. Good. And down here we're going to, let's just go ahead and copy and paste. Yeah, let's steal this. And let's steal this. Actually, I need to put one here. And I need to put one here. Let's go ahead and move our brace down. Let's tab them over. Let's tab them over, make it look better. Okay, so the first one's going to flash at, and this one's going to be 1,000, 1 second. And that's good. Let's see what happens here when we run it. Let's just go ahead and compile it and see if we have any problems. No, let's go ahead and download it. Done. Okay, let's see what happens here on our program. Okay, let's test it. Right now it's not being pressed and it's flashing at 1 second intervals. Let's press it. Try again, press it, and it is flashing at half second intervals.